Sabres, Bruins, very similar teams in that they both don't light up the scoreboard, but it is playoff time. Time for one of them to do so. Shehadi, Wes Goldstein, your NHL columnist, joining us. Now, talking about it all, when you talk about both teams offensively, you're thinking kind of a wash, right?
You're not going to see a very high-scoring series. I mean, you might get a team that wins 4 games by scoring 10 goals altogether. So it's not going to be super exciting. It's going to be grinding. But I think of the two teams, Buffalo probably has more on the attack than Boston does. They have guys like Thomas Vanek, who's a great sniper. Didn't have a great year, but finished very strong. Tim Connolly, a great playmaker, is probably going to come back for this series. So they have the talent up front, whereas Boston, which was the second best offense in the league last year, was last this year, missing key players. They've had a lot of trouble scoring goals, both 5-on-5 and on the power play. So I think in that regard, Buffalo certainly has the edge.
And the Bruins also down to just 4 healthy defensemen. How big of a concern is that for them?
Well, certainly it is, because Boston's game, and the reason Boston is in the playoffs is because of their defense and their goaltending, obviously, but certainly the defensive game, the structure is very important to them. They don't score many goals, so they have to keep things tight and they have to rely on defense. If they don't have a couple of their top guys there, it's not a good situation. You
talk about a low-scoring good game, which means maybe a goaltending duel. What do you think?
Very possible. Look, you have Ryan Miller for Buffalo, the Team USA goalie, probably the Vezina winner this year. He's been the best goalie in the league all year. But Tuukka Rask, who's taken over the #1 job in Boston from Tim Thomas, who was last year's Vezina winner, by the way, Rask has been great. He has some of the best numbers in the league in terms of save percentage and goals against average. He's been super, and I don't think that, when you look at him and you look at Ryan Miller, there's not that much of an edge on one side or the other there.
All right, Buffalo, Boston, who has the edge there? Who gets your win? First round.
I think Buffalo is going to win. Buffalo has home ice advantage. I think Buffalo still has been a better team this year for the most part. The Bruins may be a little bit lucky to get into the playoffs. They had kind of backed in, but Buffalo has been really, really good for the most part this year, and I think they're going to win this series.
If you are a hockey fan, CBSSports.com is your home. Check it out. We'll see you here, and we'll see you back here for the playoffs. We'll talk to you soon.